Welcome to the Fear and Greed Afternoon Report for Thursday, the 1st of September 2022. I'm Sean Aylmer. Every afternoon, we've got the 5 stories that happened today that you need to know about. Let's jump into it. Story number 1. What a day on the market. The S&P ASX 200 fell 2% to close at 6,846 points, its lowest close since late July. A few things going on. Sentiment about rising interest rates and a possible recession is hurting commodity prices, including iron ore, and that has sent material stocks lower. But there was more. BHP traded ex-dividend today, meaning anyone that bought shares weren't entitled to the $2.56 per share final dividend. That sent its share price down 7%. Other companies to trade ex-dividend today, which didn't help the market, included Macquarie Group, Whitehaven Coal and AGL Energy. Among the large caps, the banks all fell, led by Westpac, which dropped 1.6%. Fortescue was down 3.5%, while Woodside, Goodman Group and Aristocrat Leisure all fell around 2.5%. Gaming group PointsBet can't find a friend at the moment. Its share price fell more than 15% today. Sandfire Resources is another to be sold off since its results, falling 11.5%. Liquor Group Endeavour and the A2 Milk Company were the best on the day, both up 2.6%. Story number 2, the federal government kicked off its long-awaited Jobs and Skills Summit today in Canberra, where 142 delegates discussed ways to improve wages, boost productivity and reform industrial relations. There were some concrete reforms announced, including a jump in TAFE places, the creation of a construction industry forum and proposed changes to the Fair Work Act. Story number 3, Rio Tinto has won support of the board of Canadian group Turquoise Hill Resources and will pay nearly $5 billion for the 49% of the company it doesn't yet own. The buyout clears the way for Rio to work with the Mongolian government on developing a major copper mine in that country. The pit mine in the South Gobi Desert contains copper, gold and silver. The price paid by Rio is 20% more than the initial offer from the company. The acquisition, which remains subject to a shareholder vote, means Rio will hold a 66% interest in the Mongolian mine, while the remaining 34% will be owned by the country's government. Story number 4. Businesses pulled back their investment plans last quarter, in large part due to the weather, but plan to spend up over the next year, which is good news for the economy. The Australian Bureau of Statistics capital expenditure figures show a fall in capital spending during the June quarter, though spending on plant and equipment rose sharply. The figures feed into the quarterly GDP figures out next Wednesday, and the view among economists is that the nation expanded at a 3 to 4% clip last financial year. The good news from the figures is that businesses have revised up their plans to invest this financial year, particularly in the services sector. And story number 5, the month end happened on Wall Street this morning, and during August, every major asset class fell in value, according to Bloomberg. The least atrocious return was a 1.9% loss, as shown in a Bloomberg index tracking high-yield corporate bonds. Worse was a 2.2% drop in US Treasuries, a 3.9% decline in commodities, and a 4.2% slide in the S&P 500. Now, the last time the best performing asset went backwards was December 1981. August is one for the record books. That's it for the afternoon report for Thursday, the 1st of September 2022. Michael Thompson and I will be back tomorrow morning for the Friday edition of Fear and Greed. I'm Sean Aylmer. Enjoy your evening.